Yo, what's good, y'all? Welcome to another edition of the Overtime Sports Show here on Fuego Beats Radio. Got another live show for y'all today. Got a couple of topics we're going to jump into. First of all, I want to shout out a couple of our people that we work with, of affiliates that we work with. Shout out to Superfly64.com for all your horror, all your sci-fi, comic books, movies, whatever. Anything related to horror movies, man. Y'all definitely check them out. They're doing some big things coming up. Also, shout out to JSNL.com, the website y'all can go to. My man Jesse, he got the clothing line, got the watches, got your shirts, your jeans. They just released some sunglasses as well, so make sure y'all check them out, man. They got all your fly gear that you need. Also, shout out to, make sure y'all go to FuegoBeats.com. The website is up. We got the writer's block up there presented by my group with Crust Entertainment. We also got the Zombie Day. The movie's going to be dropping very soon, so make sure y'all check out for that as well. Go up there and hear some What the Fuego. Y'all definitely got to listen to last week's show because we went in on some people on last week's show. It was too funny, man. Me, Fuego, my boy Josiah, and Prophet, we was up there just dogging some people, man. Make sure y'all check out that. That was a funny show we did last week. But anyways, we're gonna jump into some topics soon. My co-host, I got two special guests with me today. My nephews are here from Carolina. I'm gonna let them introduce themselves. My first nephew, Curtis. What's good, Curtis?
What's good? This is Ness from Black Art Soul, doing my thing. What's good with you?
Yeah, my other nephew, Cameron.
What's good? It's your boy Cam, CAN.
Sam, all right, they here. My nephew Curtis goes to Hampton University, so he's back to start the spring. Was it spring semester?
Yeah.
Spring semester. So he's getting back into doing the school thing, man. The architecture major. Then Cameron doing the football thing. What schools you looking at, homie?
ECU, Virginia State University, Wingate.
All right, my boy. He doing his thing on the football field, though, man. My boy Curtis, I know he's doing a couple of projects now. We don't really discuss music or whatever on the show, but if you a co-host on my show or you want to plug something and everything, you're more than welcome to. So Curtis, tell him what you got coming up, man.
Oh yeah, so check it. I'm Ness from Black Art Soul. Like I said, I'm just working on this new mixtape dedication. I think that's gonna be the name of it. Give me all a little heads up. It should be coming out around spring or summertime, whatever. We're gonna be doing some videos and some shoots, so it's looking dope. You know what I'm saying? Looking good.
All right, yeah, y'all can definitely catch them. And I know I'm gonna have these two on the basketball team when we do the basketball game. I know we hyped it up on One to Fuego last week. We taking on Team of Block coming up this summer. I'm gonna have them run with me, man, for the basketball team. This is gonna be a hype. We were talking trash last week with Josiah. Josiah talking about he got his group together, whatever his lineup, and whatever. They're gonna get shut down because I'm running point. We got your boy Maravich. Jason Maravich is not able to join us this week. I know I had went ahead and I had teased some special guests for tonight. My nephew's the only ones. Nemesis was supposed to be on here. Y'all know about Nemesis. We dog him all the time. Nemesis was supposed to be on the show this week, but we had a little technical difficulties getting them on. But they'll definitely come through next week. And like I said, Tipsy, he's having some technical difficulties. Y'all heard Tipsy on the previous shows. We're gonna have him on the show to come up with these topics. We got two main topics we're gonna lean on. I'm not gonna jump into them right now, but if you all been watching sports this week, you pretty much know where I'm aiming towards. As y'all know, the NFL playoffs are going on tonight. Denver and Baltimore is playing right now. I believe it's the third quarter, I think. And I think Denver's up right now. We're going to keep y'all update on the scores and everything. Of course, y'all know, and like Carlton says, hashtag all the good teams. He always dogging my favorite team. Green Bay, San Francisco tonight, baby. Coming up, 8 o'clock. My nephew Curtis is a big Green Bay Packers fan. Cameron, who's your squad, man?
Carolina Panthers, true fan.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyways, like I said, yeah, maybe next year, man. What y'all looking at another? Well, y'all head coach got fired. You still there?
We fired our head coach, so we better get somebody new, and we better get some new offensive coordinator. So we better be nice.
True. Shout out to Cam Newton, Superman, man.
Yeah.
I know he gonna have a comeback year this year, man. We're gonna see, but yeah, me and Nats be Green Bay Packers fans. I ain't too worried tonight. My dad, let's just let y'all know, my dad is a San Francisco 49ers fan, big 49ers fan. So, father versus son is going to be in the building. So, it's going to be it's gonna be very interesting tonight for this game. I can't wait to see what's gonna be like. They beat us week 1, 30-22, but Green Bay is a different team. All of our players are healthy. We got Nelson, Cobb, Jennings. Everybody is healthy. Everybody is healthy. So definitely we gonna definitely try to handle the business night against San Francisco. They got Kaepernick starting, so you know it is what it is. But we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna take a commercial break real quick. When we get back, hopefully Tipsy will have his own technical difficulties and everything figured out and everything. And then we come back, we'll hit y'all with the topics when we come back for the commercial break.
Hello again. This is Anthony Ramirez from Ramirez Internet Solutions. Right now we are in the season of launching a new division of our business called RewardWatcher.com. RewardWatcher.com is an avenue for businesses and consumers to buy and sell all their goods and services at affordable rates. Right now this service is available to the DMV area only, but the more it grows, the more we plan on expanding up and down the East Coast and eventually west. Right now we are in the introductory phase of RewardWatcher.com, so if you sign up now, your listings will be free all the way until March. Also, we will be beginning an initiative program for our users. For every paid listing that you bring to us, you will receive a month of free listings. To learn more or to post your listing, please visit www.rewardwatcher.com. That address again is at www.rewardwatcher.com, or you can give us a call at 571-989-2392, or you can email us at help@rewardwatcher.com. Again, that's help@rewardwatcher.com. Thank you, and we look forward to you helping us make this program a success.
What's going on? This is Fuego Beats from Fuego Beats Radio, and I want to tell everyone to check out the greatest sci-fi radio station out, Super 564 on Blog Talk Radio. They have the best topics including sci-fi films, comic books, video games, and they even have a featured artist segment for musicians weekly. So if you have an obsession with sci-fi films, music, or video games like me, then this is the station for you. Make sure you check them out on blogtalkradio.com/super564. That's blogtalkradio.com/SUPAFI64. All right? And remember, stay connected.
Log in, FuegoBeats.com, YouTube, Mr. Fuego Beats.
Yo, what's good, y'all? Welcome back to the Overtime Sports Show here on Fuego Beats Radio. I got my special guest with me this evening. Well, I had Tipsy. We still having technical difficulties with Tipsy. Something's going on with his computer or whatever, but you know how things go. But I got my nephew standing in for me tonight. I got my nephew, Curtis.
Yeah, what's good, bro? How you living?
All right, and I got my other nephew, Cameron.
Yo, Cam, CAM.
All right. What I want to jump into right now is the RG3 injury. Everybody's talking about it. It's on Twitter, Facebook, whatever. It's all over the media about what the RG3. As y'all know, Redskins played the Seahawks last week. RG3, if y'all saw the injury when he fell to the ground, he was trying to get the ball to the snap. He twisted his knee. So, and what ended up happening was he tore his ACL and he tore his PCL. So it's almost a career-ending injury. I mean, right now they're saying it's going to be out 8 to 10 months. It could be 6 to 8 months. They don't know as of yet, but it was a huge blow to the Redskins, season. Well, the season's done now, so anyways. But what I want to do, well, if y'all saw when RG3 did get hurt, he got hurt at the end of the first quarter. He took a hit, and he came off limping. And then a lot of people were saying at that time that that's when Shanahan should have pulled the plug on RG3 and put Cousins in. He didn't, and you see what happened to RG3. So right now, what I want to do is I'm going to get y'all opinions real quick. Curtis, what's your opinion? How should Shanahan handle the RG3 injury?
Well, like I said, I feel like they shouldn't have risked it with RG3 because, I understand they wanted to win, they want to get to the playoffs, whatever. But, they risked the man's, career. Not just, this is, it's an injury. It's not even a minor injury. This is a major injury. And it could really, mess up his career. So
you think Shanahan? Oh, my bad. Go ahead.
Oh, no, I just say I just feel like they should have been took him out. They shouldn't even risk it and put him back up in for him.
So you think? Let me ask. Well, let me go ahead, Cameron. What's your opinion? Go ahead, Cam.
I think that RG3 injury is really going to affect the Redskins, and his injury is at least going to be at least 1 year recovery. It's like y'all seen what happened to Adrian Peterson, but I mean he bounced back. But I mean that's something serious right there. ACL injury and a what?
He just tore his ACL. Well, he's talking about RG3,
Yeah,
ACL and PCL.
Yeah.
So what he's bringing up a good point. If y'all see when Adrian Peterson tore his ACL back on Christmas Eve last year, he came back almost twice as strong. But you have to remember, Adrian Peterson only tore his ACL. With RG3, he tore his ACL and PCL. It's not going to be one of those things that you can just get up, have surgery, and be out on the field within 3 to 5 months. It's going to take a little time to recovery. My nephew had, what kind of injury did you have? Dislocated shoulder?
Yeah, I had rotator cuff surgery, labrum surgery, and that took me about 6 to 8 months to even get back to like 400%.
Okay. Now, how long? Now, what was usual recovery time for that kind of surgery?
Like a year, but I mean, I actually did like physical therapy and whatnot, and I actually did all the motions at home and did overwork and whatnot.
Okay. Yeah, see, y'all, this is an athlete you're talking to, so he already knows what it feels like to deal with injuries. Now, as far as Shanahan goes, everybody has an opinion about what should have been done. Should he be fired? You know, why didn't he pull RG3? Why did the doctor say he can go back in? I'm going to ask y'all this one question. Now, do you think RG3, after he had the original injury a couple weeks ago against the Baltimore Ravens, which was a gruesome hit, do y'all think the doctors rushed RG3 back on the field after the injury, or you think it was fine the way everything was handled? What you think, Ernest?
No, they definitely rushed him back on the field. There was obviously more stuff wrong with him. I don't think he should have been playing in that game to re-injure himself. So I think, I definitely feel like the doctors rushed him back on the field.
Yeah, quick point though, with the brace, if y'all saw the brace, it was actually up on his knee high, but throughout the game, you can tell as he was taking the hits, the brace started slipping lower and lower around his ankle or whatever. So the knee was already exposed at the stand, but the doctors, when they took him off to the sideline after they hit, you saw that they didn't really fix the brace on his knee, so he was already asking for trouble. So that's something I just want to quickly point out. Cameron, what you feel about how the doctors and Coach Shanahan, the Redskin organization, how do you feel they handled the RG3? Do you think they rushed him back or whatever? What's your opinion on that?
Yeah, I think they rushed him back. I guess they thought since that they came this far that they would there was no turning back. They put all they could into this one season, and they're like, shit, we got everything to lose. And then they risked RG3 season and maybe a franchise.
Yeah, that is true. That's a good point, though. That's your franchise quarterback. You see what the Redskins did last year. They traded what? How many draft picks the Redskins gave up?
At least 5.
They gave up like 5 or 6 draft picks to move up into the number 2 spot to draft RG3. That's a lot of. If y'all don't really know much about football, when it comes to draft picks, it's a lot of draft picks. Draft picks are like a heavy commodity in football. So when you give up a lot of draft picks, those are potential running backs, wide receivers, safeties, defensive tackles. That's the variety of players that you're giving up for one guy. And now your season, the 2013 season, may be a lost cause because if he's out 6 to 8 months, 8 to 10 months with a major injury like this, the Redskins season is pretty much a wrap. it's pretty much a wrap. Plus, you played the Cowboys twice, the Giants twice, the Eagles twice. You're going to need this kid. And you think about how old is he, 22 years old?
Yeah, 22.
22. He's young. The good thing about RG3 is he's young. He's going to bounce back quick from this injury. You know, now, will he play like Adrian Peterson? Is probably not, considering it's an ACL and a PCL. It's going to need more work. But he had one of the best doctors, Dr. James Andrews, working on his knee. So it's not like he had like a dummy, like a 5-year-old working on his knee with a damn fork and knife. You know, so it ain't like he had a dummy working on his knee. You know, I wouldn't want no dumbass working on my knee with a damn knife or whatever and not know what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? Ain't like that. So the man knows what he's doing, but everybody's got a different opinion about how Shanahan should have handled the situation. It's going to be one of those things. It's going to be. Do you think it should have cost him his job?
Yeah.
Yeah, because they.
Wait, now, I'm interested. Why do you think it should have cost him his job?
I mean, Shanahan risked, like my brother was saying, he risked the Redskins franchise. That's like they're building a team like up against RG3, and having like letting Mike Shanahan play RG3, like an injury that can just risk the whole franchise and it can all go to
So
shit.
you really think off of one injury, you think he should have been fired though?
Yeah, but that's basically like if a player has a concussion, you can't sit there and let him keep going back out on the field. So I mean, that's just gonna make it worse. And not only will it mess up his football career, but his personal life as well. So I mean,
Yeah. As far as firing goes, I mean, he's gonna be under a microscope as far as what he just did with RG3. Of course, there are gonna be a ton of questions asked. Why? But at the end of the day, Shanahan's gonna keep his job. It's not like they had a losing record. I mean, they clinched the NFC East. They went to the playoffs. If RG3 was healthy in the game, who knows? Redskins would have been playing Atlanta this week. But unfortunately, with the injury and whatever, But the good news about RG3 is that he did have the surgery early. There was no second opinions. There was no third opinions. They knew what was wrong. They put him right on the knife. So what's this, January? It's the second week of January. Season starts September. So you're looking at about another 8 months. What do y'all see him coming back? What do you see? What week do you see him coming back?
I say at least week 4 or 5.
Week 4 or 5.
I don't see him starting.
Do y'all see? All right, let's ask this. Does he start week 1? He'll start week 1. You think it's not that you don't think he's gonna start week 1?
you want to play preseason?
Is he gonna play a preseason game? No preseason game? I mean, timetable, I'm looking probably the same thing with Adrian Peterson. Y'all remember with Adrian Peterson, nobody said he was gonna end up starting to win.
Right.
Like what, week 4, week 5? He started week 1. And I think he had over 100 yards in that game. It's gonna be a risk because think about it, then you have to question, okay, did we rush him back too soon? It's like same thing with NBA and all injuries like that. Like with Stoudemire, Mark Stoudemire came back in the NBA. Did he come back too soon? It's when you come back from a major injury, especially a knee injury, you got to be very careful, especially with football. Because with football, a knee injury is kind of like a daily, like it happens. A knee injury is like almost like a concussion. You can expect them to happen. They're gonna come out of anywhere. So it just, in my opinion, the way it was treated, excuse the phone call. I do apologize about that. I apologize about that. Maybe one of our callers calling in. That's what I'm playing. But anyways, when you take an injury, something like that, you have to treat it very carefully because you don't know what could happen. So, but anyways, we're going to take a short commercial break. Hopefully, Tipsy's going to be back with us after his technical difficulties and whatever he's having. Rumor is he's still using dial-up. So, he's probably, you're probably hearing that the dial-up sound that he was trying to get in and you couldn't hear us real well. So, but anyway, we're going to take a short commercial break. We'll discuss more about this RG3 thing when we come back after this commercial break.
What's going on? This is Fuego Beats from Fuego Beats Radio, and I want to tell everyone to check out the greatest sci-fi radio station out, Super 564 on Blog Talk Radio. They have the best topics including sci-fi films, comic books, video games, and they even have a featured artist segment for musicians weekly. So if you have an obsession with sci-fi films, music, or video games like me, then this is the station for you. Make sure you check them out on blogtalkradio.com/super564. That's blogtalkradio.com/SUPAFI64. All right? And remember, stay connected.
Hello, my name is Anthony Ramirez. I am owner-operator of Ramirez Internet Solutions. Here at Ramirez Internet Solutions, we specialize in creating WordPress websites, aiding companies with their content management, and helping create search engine optimization-friendly material for the web. We also specialize in graphic design, logo design, and print marketing, creating all your graphics and designs for your web and print advertising. So if you are a small business startup, or not happy with your current website, let Ramirez Internet Solutions take care of your website for you. Even if you have an existing website but don't have the time to manage it, let us manage it for you, so you'll be free to do what you need to do, and that's run your business. Contact Ramirez Internet Solutions today at 571-572-0415. Again, that's 571-572-0415. Or email us at aramirez@ramirezsolutions.com, or visit us on the web at www.ramirezsolutions.com. That's www.ramirezsolutions.com. Look forward to hearing from you soon.
Yo, this your boy Big Keys. You listen to Fuego Beats Radio, the #1 internet radio station in the country. Yo, what's good, y'all? Welcome back to the Overtime Sports Show here on Fuego Beats Radio. I got my guests in the house right now. I got my band Tipsy on the line. What's going on, Tipsy?
Yo, what's good? What's good? We good.
All right, I got my nephews, my nephew Curtis.
Yeah, what's good, bro?
And I got my other nephew Cameron.
What's up?
All right, now what we were discussing before the break, me and my nephew were discussing the RG3 incident in the game last week when he tore his ACL and MCL. You heard what we had to say about it. Tipsy was having some technical difficulties with his mic, computer, and everything. Right now, I want to get his opinion. Tipsy, let me ask you a question. How do you think the Redskins should have handled the RG3 injury last week?
I mean, really simply, they should have handled it, properly. Like, there's no other way to put it. You see a guy that's supposed to be the face of your franchise. You traded everything for him in the draft to get him. He proves that he's going to be one of the great quarterbacks in the league for years to come, and yet you leave him out there hobbled and, you know, what could be possibly almost a career-ending injury. And if that happens, then everybody that's responsible should be fired from the owner on down. Everybody needs to go because you can't risk somebody's entire career and livelihood for one single playoff game. You know, a PCL, ACL injury is ridiculous. Not to mention he's already torn that ACL before. So that means he had to have a double knee surgery. They got a graft from the other knee just to fix that. So not only has he got to rehab one knee, he's got to rehab both knees now, which is going to make it doubly difficult, which is why he may not come back until week 7 or week 8 of 2013.
Yeah, Tipsy just brought up an excellent point. We forgot to mention that. Y'all forgot RG3 did tear that same ACL back in 2009. I'm glad you pointed that out. He did tear that, which is going to make it even twice as hard for him to come back from. Yeah, that's a definite injury. That's a definite injury. It's going to be hard to come back from. Let me ask you, now you said somebody should have been fired. Why do you think he shouldn't have been fired? Why do you think Shanahan should have been fired?
Because the move is idiotic. I mean, did you see, when you watch the game, look at the Seattle Seahawks sideline every time RG3 keeps tramping out there. Like, they couldn't believe that Shanahan would have the nerve to risk this guy's life just to try to win this game. I mean, you know, Pete Carroll is usually on the sidelines and he's jumping up and down and energetic, and it was the pain on everybody's face when you see this guy just dragging himself out there just to do that, just to try to win this game. And yeah, he's tough, but at the same time, Shanahan is saying, oh, he said he was fine, so I let him back in the game. You're the head coach. The players don't tell you what to do. You tell them what to do. If you see he's hurt, you say, look, sit down, let us check it out. We'll put in Cousins. We're up 2 touchdowns. All we got to do is maintain. And then we possibly have a chance to win the game. Instead, you see him out there. He can't pivot. He can't throw the ball. He can't do anything. And you keep throwing him out there because you're saying he's okay. You got to be fired. You got 2 Super Bowl rings. Come on, be smart.
That is true. In my opinion, I mean, to me, you know, what I was discussing with my nephews was about, you know, him being, you know, about Mike Shanahan actually getting fired. I don't think it should have been taken that far. But, you know, like I said, you're entitled to your opinion. You know, my opinion, I don't think he should have been fired. But injury should have been handled a little bit much, you know, it should have been handled a little bit better than it was. Let me ask you a question real quick. Now, I was asking my nephew the same thing. When he got injured a couple weeks ago against the Baltimore Ravens, do you feel that the medical staff and the coaches, they pushed him back too early? Or do you think he should have sat out, you know, for a couple more weeks to be better? What do you think about that one?
I don't think they pushed him back too early. I think he pushed himself back too early, and they just went with it. You know, obviously, if people injure their knee and it's not that bad, they'll put a small brace on it or something that makes them a little less mobile, but able to stand the pressure and be able to throw the ball properly. The brace that he had on his leg was ridiculously long. It was almost like a full cast from the knee down, which already hampers your mobility, and yet he's still trying to scramble and run the option plays when that's not what he should have been doing. They didn't do anything to try to make it easier on him to help him out there while he was injured. They just let him kind of do what he wanted to do, which just made it that much worse. He should have sat until until the playoff game and then started, he would have had a little more time to heal and he wouldn't have to wear that bulky brace, and he may have been a little better off.
Yeah, did you notice the brace after he took that first hit? Did you notice the brace would start to slip down to his ankle?
Yeah, and all they did was put another brace over top of it, try to overlap it, which already should have told you that's he can't do it. If you have to double up, put a second brace on it, it's not going to work.
Oh yeah, definitely. I kind of figured when I saw the brace slipping down, and I know a lot of people noticed that when the brace starts slipping down, I knew already what was going to happen, and I knew the knee was not 100% because I saw him running around on the field a little bit, and you can see the man was obviously in pain, but they sent him back out to the field, which was the dumbest move ever that you could ever make for a head coach. And still, Mike Shanahan wasn't even thinking about injury. He was thinking about, hey, let's go choose a win.
Thinking about winning and not paying attention. He put RG3 about one hit away from being the black Joe Theismann. And he should have just took him out and just set him. And so what if he gets booed? He probably would have got applauded because even the fans. Have you ever seen the Redskins fans have not had a playoff game at home in like 15 years? And that was the most, even they were up 2 touchdowns, it was the most quiet stadium ever for a playoff game because they were all in disbelief that this hurt guy was just keep getting put out there and put out there.
That is true. Yeah, I saw fans, they turned. Did you see when they turned the camera on the fans in the stadium?
People were crying. People were crying at the fact that this guy was out there and he's dragging himself.
Yo, homeboy was right, but did you see how bad he twisted the knee when he snapped that ball that was coming toward him, and that's when he fumbled? Did you see the way that knee twisted? Yeah,
it gave way. That happened to me before walking up the steps when I first hurt my ACL when I was still coming back from the injury. Like it buckles, it doesn't have the support, and it just clicks. And it twists, and you go down.
Yeah, the one thing is just when you saw that knee twist, did you think it was a tear immediately when he twisted that knee like that? Did you think it was a tear immediately?
Yep, I knew it was a tear immediately when he did it, and when he grabbed for his knee, I was like, "Oh, his ACL, he's done."
Yeah, it's one of the major things. Now, I asked my nephews; they all had their opinions. Curtis, when did you say he was thinking he was coming back? He said, my oldest nephew said week 4. Cameron, what you said? All right, for the 5th week, Tipsy, when do you think we're going to see RG3 snap the ball and start?
I think you'll see him week 1 or 2, but I believe he should. I believe he should not be there. He should not be starting until at least week 6 or 7.
Week 6 or 7.
But you'll probably see him week 1 or 2.
Yeah, funny thing, I said he was going to start week 1, and I'll tell you why. It's just because it's the Redskins. They're going to start on week 1. You just come on now. I'm not saying they got a big ego, but when you think about it, you got Cousins on the backup, which is Cousins did a decent job, but when your name is RG3, Robert Griffin III, Redskins fans are going to pay to see you week 1. They don't care about you. Redskins fans are not going to care about you seeing you in week 7, week 8, because at that time, the season may be a lost cause.
Yeah, they're going to be 0-7 by then.
They'll be 0-6. Oh, exactly. Now, with Cousins, I say at least 2-5 by week 7. But with RG3, they're going to and I'm saying this right now, they're going to rush him back. I know they are. It's going to happen. And it's not going to be the same thing with Adrian Peterson. You know how Adrian Peterson, how he came back this year with a torn ACL and just beasted through the league with rushing yards. RG3 is going to be different because it's ACL and PCL. So this is going to be something different.
And a double knee surgery.
Oh, yes. See, that's the thing about the double knee surgery. Will he be the same? Who knows?
He's young enough that he can recover from it if they let him recover properly.
Yeah, exactly. But anyways, that's going to end the RG3 talk for right now. We're going to take a short commercial break. And now when we come back from commercial break, I'm going to address the Carmelo Anthony situation that took place. As some of y'all saw on SportsCenter what happened with Kevin Garnett and Honey Nut Cheerios. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I said Honey Nut Cheerios. How this ties to Carmelo Anthony and Kevin Garnett. We're gonna explain what happened on the court, everything that happened, and we're gonna get all y'all opinions about what do you think went down with Kevin Garnett and Carmelo Anthony. We're gonna take a commercial break. We'll be right back after this.
Hello again. This is Anthony Ramirez from Ramirez Internet Solutions. Right now we are in the season of launching a new division of our business called RewardWatcher.com. RewardWatcher.com is an avenue for businesses and consumers to buy and sell all their goods and services at affordable rates. Right now this service is available to the DMV area only, but the more it grows, the more we plan on expanding up and down the East Coast and eventually west. Right now we are in the introductory phase of RewardWatcher.com, so if you sign up now, your listings will be free all the way until March. Also, we will be beginning an initiative program for our users. For every paid listing that you bring to us, you will receive a month of free listings. To learn more or to post your listing, please visit www.rewardwatcher.com. That address again is at www.rewardwatcher.com, or you can give us a call at 571-989-2392, or you can email us at help@rewardwatcher.com. Again, that's help@rewardwatcher.com. Thank you, and we look forward to you helping us make this program a success.
What's going on? This is Fuego Beats from Fuego Beats Radio, and I want to tell everyone to check out the greatest sci-fi radio station out, Super 564 on Blog Talk Radio. They have the best topics including sci-fi films, comic books, video games, and they even have a featured artist segment for musicians weekly. So if you have an obsession with sci-fi films, music, or video games like me, then this is the station for you. Make sure you check them out on blogtalkradio.com/Super564. That's blogtalkradio.com/SUPAFI64. All right? And remember, stay connected.
Hello, my name is Anthony Ramirez. I am owner-operator of Ramirez Internet Solutions. Here at Ramirez Internet Solutions, we specialize in creating WordPress websites, aiding companies with their content management, and helping create search engine optimization-friendly material for the web. We also specialize in graphic design, logo design, and print marketing, creating all your graphics and designs for your web and print advertising. So if you are a small business startup, or not happy with your current website, let Ramirez Internet Solutions take care of your website for you. Even if you have an existing website but don't have the time to manage it, let us manage it for you, so you'll be free to do what you need to do, and that's run your business. Contact Ramirez Internet Solutions today at 571-572-0415. Again, that's 571-572-0415. Or email us at aramirez@ramirezsolutions.com, or visit us on the web at www.ramirezsolutions.com. That's www.ramirezsolutions.com. Look forward to hearing from you soon.
Log in, FuegoBeats.com, YouTube, Mr. Fuego Beats.
Yo, what's good, y'all? Welcome back to the Overtime Sports Show here on Fuego Beats Radio. I got my guests with me tonight. I got my two nephews with me tonight, Cameron.
Yo.
And I got my other nephew, Curtis.
Yo, what's good, bro?
And I got, as always, my boy, Tipsy.
What's good, yo?
All right, y'all. What I want to jump into right now, we had an incident happen on Monday night between Carmelo Anthony and Kevin Garnett. The Knicks-Celtics game happened on Monday night. What happened was Carmelo and Kevin Garnett got into it a little bit. If y'all saw it on SportsCenter, you see what happened. They got into a little war of words. They were both teed up, double technicals. Now, what happened was Kevin Garnett said something to Carmelo Anthony, and Carmelo tried to approach him. He actually tried to run to the Boston Celtics locker room to confront Kevin Garnett about the incident. So now everybody thought it was over. Now what made it even worse was Carmelo actually went out to the bus where Boston caught the bus at outside of Madison Square Garden and tried to approach Kevin Garnett about what happened on the court. Now, here's the funny part. What Kevin Garnett told Carmelo Anthony was his wife, Lala. Now, y'all know who Lala is. Y'all used to watch MTV because nobody does it anymore. Let's be honest. But Lala is, she was one of the VJs on MTV. He married Carmelo, and Kevin Garnett said to Carmelo Anthony that his wife tasted like Honey Nut Cheerios. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, the breakfast cereal with the little B on the box. Honey Nut Cheerios. Now, I'm not married. Tipsy, you married, all right?
Yeah.
All right. Let me ask you a question. What do you think about all this? What do you think about Carmelo? Let me ask you this first before I go into the marriage thing though. What do you feel about Kevin Garnett? Is he a dirty player? What do you think about what happened with that incident, man?
I think if it's confirmed true that he said his wife tastes like Honey Nut Cheerios, it's probably the funniest thing I've ever heard somebody say in a basketball court. I mean, you got to say things that get in people's heads and throw them out their game. I mean, they probably say a lot of stuff all the time. Sometimes you can catch it online and see NBA uncensored and see the stuff that they say when they're saying in the court. Just telling somebody their wife tastes like Honey Nut Cheerios. First of all, Honey Nut Cheerios they're slightly delicious, but you can't. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, he didn't say like Fruity Pebbles or anything. It's something that's actually good. Like, that's why he got mad, because Honey Nut Cheerios are disgusting. And you tell him that his wife tastes disgusting, then he's gonna have a problem.
If he said his wife tastes like plain Cheerios, I'll be like, first of all, let me.
It's like, oh, your wife tastes like shredded wheat. Like, okay, like what are you talking about? It doesn't make any sense. I'm gonna punch you in the mouth. Like, that's not good.
But wait a minute. How does he know that? I'm confused. What does he mean she tastes like Honey Nut Cheerios? Did he like taste her or something? Did he lick her?
I think he was just trying to annoy him. And he was just like, I'm gonna say something to him and tell him it tastes like Honey Nut Cheerios. But
100 things you could say to a man, but you could have said breath stink or something like that.
It's just not a good cereal. Like, it's not a kid's cereal. It's an adult cereal, which means that it has very little taste, and it has way less honey than it used to have before. It's not a good cereal.
It was just funny to me, Cameron. What you think about this, man? What's your opinion about Kevin Garnett after hearing this incident? Now, you know his history. What's your opinion about Kevin Garnett, man? I gotta hear this.
Well, I mean, KG and Melo are like two of the biggest trash talkers in the NBA, and I mean, for Kevin Garnett to come at Melo like that, that's just disrespectful. He wasn't talking about on the court. He's talking about off the court. Like, this is my first time actually hearing about it. I saw it on SportsCenter and whatnot. But, I mean, that was very disrespectful.
No doubt.
Like what Tipsy said, Honey Nut Cheerios is a good-ass cereal.
I ain't gonna lie. It's a good, but I'm still boggles my mind that he said that his wife tastes like Honey Nut Cheerios. Like, yo, like, now, I heard some stuff on the radio saying that Lala and Carmelo have been having marital problems. So I don't know if Kevin Garnett, basketball players have lies off the court. I don't know if he heard about their marriage or something. I don't know what happened, but, it was brought up. So, Curtis, what's your opinion about what happened?
Well, like my brother said, like, this is the first time I'm hearing about it. Like, I knew, like, Carmelo got suspended with the whole dispute and stuff. But like my brother said, that's some funny ass shit. Like, that's something funny you say. Like, I mean, you playing ball. Like, I wonder just how, like, yo, your wife tastes like Honey Nut Cheerios, nigga. Like, the fuck, like how you gonna say that? And like, I mean, like, like, just to back up what you're saying, like, they're both, they're well known for being trash talkers and dirty players. And like Tipsy was saying, I guess he was just trying to get in his head, but I agree with you. It could have been like a million things he could have said. Said like,
but like, there's a million other things you could have said though. But
Honey Nut Cheerios.
Honey Nut Cheerios.
I mean, obviously.
I mean, this probably might be his favorite cereal.
That might be.
He might like Honey Nut Cheerios. He might eat a bowl of Honey Nut Cheerios before the game. It was like, yo, I'm about to get this nigga tonight, yo. Like, I'm gonna get this nigga tonight.
Yo, he's like, my nephew said, this nigga could have got a taste of Lala. Who knows? Kevin Garnett could have been creeping with Lala. I ain't saying say nothing about Lala. She's an attractive woman, but when he said Honey Nut Cheerios, it would boggle my mind though. But did you see a fight coming on with did like now you saw the thing on SportsCenter, like they was about to scrap though for real. But who you taking a fight, Carmelo or Kevin Garnett, Tipsy?
I take Kevin Garnett simply because the nigga's arms touch the floor, yo. Like, his reach is so long that, I mean, he could just step back and just kind of like jab step him. But Carmelo, Carmelo, it would be a decent fight, better than Chris Childs and Kobe Bryant, where Kobe Bryant just let him punch him in the jaw and it was just over.
Oh yeah, yo, NBA fights. Y'all YouTube that one. Chris Childs and Kobe Bryant. Chris Childs did a. I ain't gonna say the Manny Pacquiao because
From the uppercut, like
what happened to Manny Pacquiao a couple months ago. But yo, Kobe got 1-2 in the face.
Oh.
I don't know. My nephew, y'all probably too young to remember this when that happened. When Chris Childs, this is when Kobe had the fro. This is when Kobe had the fro, and Chris Childs got it. I'm gonna show it to y'all on YouTube, whatever. Kobe got into a bumped up against Chris Childs. Chris Childs went bam, bam, caught him with the 1-2. And everybody know Kobe can't fight. But y'all remember the Charles Barkley Shaquille O'Neal fight? Tipsy, I know you remember that one.
Yeah, that wasn't even really a fight though. Like the only other good fight was the Doug Christie Rick Fox.
Oh.
Nah, we go back to the Detroit Pistons, Indiana Pacers brawl, bro.
Yo, that's my all-time favorite. That's my all-time favorite. I want to see Reggie Miller get punched.
I mean, could you imagine though, yo, as a fan, seeing a big 6'8", 220 nigga running up the stairs at you? Like, what can you do, yo? Like, there's
let me ask y'all a question. If y'all was sitting at the Palace of Auburn Hills when that broke out, what's the first thing you do?
I'll have my phone.
Yo, Tipsy, what's the first thing you do? You see that happening?
Oh, I'd be like, yo, man, like, oh shit, this is happening, and oh shit, this nigga's coming right for me. Like, I gotta do something.
Yo, out of all the cities it could have happened at, it happened in Detroit.
That's a bad city, man.
Yeah. I mean, the fans were fighting back, like this.
Yeah, like
the nigga
was on the court. The little fat dude that looked like Turtle from Entourage was on the court, about to get knocked the fuck out by Ron Artest, yo. Like,
yo, the Jermaine O'Neal punch. Do you remember when he slid down and punched a dude in the face?
Slid into it. I'd have sued Jermaine O'Neal, yo. You punch me in the face and it's on camera, like I'll get like $30 million from you, yo.
But yo, the strange thing about that whole incident, I was watching it live as it happened.
Yeah.
Like my phone went off. And dude was like, yo, are you watching this on Sports Center right now? This is way before, this is 2004, so there was no Facebook, there was no Twitter. And it's kind of like somebody called you or texted you to let you know what was going on. Because trust me, if this would have happened if Twitter was back in 2004, Twitter would have been blowing up with this. Facebook would have been blowing up with this. It was a huge incident. It's like, who was the announcer calling that? I forgot. Was it Bill Walton? Walton said,
somebody.
Yeah, it was a disgrace what he was watching. I'm like, it's niggas fighting. What you call a disgrace, we call a brawl. Like, what Rasheed Wall, like Steven Jackson was the one. Remember when Steve Jackson had the dreads in his head?
Yo, matter of fact, we were here. We was watching it downstairs.
My nephews, we were all actually watching it live as it happened, and we was just in amazement. We were like, yo, is this really going on right now? I thought it was a joke.
Yeah, it was crazy because I was just watching the video on YouTube. It all started because of Ben Wallace. He did some shit in the paint off a rebound, and then it just started, bro. Like something went down.
That has been funny, bro. Another brawl you need to look up is the Phoenix Suns versus New York Knicks from 1993, when Doc Rivers punched Kevin Johnson, and this was before the Palace of Opera Hill. This was 93. This is like before the big Palace. This was a bigger brawl that broke out. Y'all need to YouTube that because you want to see somebody with the ugliest shirt you've ever seen. Greg Anthony, watch it because Greg Anthony had the most horrible shirt on that I think you've ever seen in life. And I think he actually punched one of the Phoenix Suns players. I don't know which one it was. He punched somebody. But this was before the big Palace and Auburn Hills fight. So this was made. Any other fights, Tipsy, that you can think of that are like memorable NBA fights?
Nah, like, what was that? Larry Johnson, Alonzo Mourning.
Oh, the Knicks Heat rivalry. That had a lot of fight. The PJ Brown, was it flipping, what's his name, into the stands?
Yeah.
That was funny. That was a good fight. I'm trying to think of some other fights. They had a lot of good NBA, but they've toned it down a little bit. But, when you see stuff like James Harden with the elbow, with Meta World Peace with the elbow on James Harden, that wasn't really a fight. That was just, it's an incident that happened. So, but I don't think I want to be involved with any fights that had anything to do with Meta World Peace. Yo, another fight that just came to my head. The Denver and New York Knicks fight. If y'all remember, you remember the Carmelo Anthony one where he punched that nigga where he punched that nigga and ran?
Yeah. I was just thinking about that.
Yo, that nigga punched him and ran. Tipsy, you remember that one when he was at Madison Square Garden?
Yeah, I remember seeing that on TV, yo.
Yes. Carmelo's been involved in a couple of fights. I don't remember anybody else. I'm trying to think of some other brawls. That was a big one. I remember that one. Carmelo. I don't remember Allen Iverson ever being in any fights, though. I don't remember Allen Iverson. Oh, Shaquille O'Neal was in some big. You remember the one with Brad Miller and Shaquille O'Neal?
He's Shaquille O'Neal, though. He's so much bigger than everybody else. Like, he shouldn't even be fighting, yo, because it's not fair.
Yeah, nigga like a gorilla. You don't even want to fight. Nigga like 7 foot 1, 330 plus. That's the one dude you do not want to. That's the one dude you do not want to fight. So, but anyways, we pretty much gonna put a ribbon on this one. Y'all saw. I mean, what's y'all opinion? What y'all think? I mean, hit us up on Facebook. Hit us up at FuegoBeats.com. What was y'all best fight that you remember for NBA? Was it the Chris Childs, Kobe Bryant? Was it the well, not the Carmelo Kevin Garnett thing. That wasn't too much of a fight. But we're gonna go to commercial, and then when we come back. We're going to close the show. I'm going to update y'all on the scores from the NFL games and whatever. And we'll be back after this.
What's going on? This is Fuego Beats from Fuego Beats Radio, and I want to tell everyone to check out the greatest sci-fi radio station out, Super 564 on Blog Talk Radio. They have the best topics, including sci-fi films, comic books, video games, and they even have a featured artist segment for musicians weekly. So if you have an obsession with sci-fi films, music, or video games like me, then this is the station for you. Make sure you check them out on blogtalkradio.com/Super564. That's blogtalkradio.com/SUPAFI64. All right? And remember, stay connected.
Hello again. This is Anthony Ramirez from Ramirez Internet Solutions. Right now we are in the season of launching a new division of our business called RewardWatcher.com. RewardWatcher.com is an avenue for businesses and consumers to buy and sell all their goods and services at affordable rates. Right now this service is available to the DMV area only, but the more it grows, the more we plan on expanding up and down the East Coast and eventually west. Right now we are in the introductory phase of RewardWatcher.com, so if you sign up now, your listings will be free all the way until March. Also, we will be beginning an initiative program for our users. For every paid listing that you bring to us, you will receive a month of free listings. To learn more or to post your listing, please visit www.rewardwatcher.com. That address again is at www.rewardwatcher.com, or you can give us a call at 571-989-2392, or you can email us at help@rewardwatcher.com. Again, that's help@rewardwatcher.com. Thank you, and we look forward to you helping us make this program a success.
Log in, FuegoBeats.com, YouTube, Mr. Fuego Beats.
Yo, what's good, y'all? Welcome back to the Overtime Sports Show here on Fuego Beats Radio. We had a little short show today and everything. You know, we sound rushed and everything, but we had to put it together and whatever. You know, so we had a decent show. We discussed the RG3 injury, the Carmelo Kevin Garnett incident. A couple things. The football games, the divisional playoffs are going on right now. The Broncos and Ravens are tied 35-35. Thought the game was going to be over by the time we went off the air, but it's still going on. So, and of course, my Green Bay Packers, Curtis.
Yeah, man. T-Says for life.
There you go, Green Bay Packers. We about to kick off in about 5 minutes against the San Francisco Never Niners. Yeah, that's right. I'm talking trash. That's right, because we're gonna get this dub tonight. We're gonna go to Atlanta, or hopefully if Seattle wins tomorrow, they come up to Lambeau, and we're gonna end up going to Super Bowl basically. So we're gonna do that. Want to plug some more things real quick before I leave. Super 564. Remember, go there for all your horror, your comic books, sci-fi, all that. If you want to go there, check that out. Super 564. They do some good work, man. I know they probably reviewing that movie Mama that just came out. So I haven't seen it personally. I've heard some things about it. So definitely go check that out. Also, shout out to JSNL clothing line, your watches, your shirts, your jeans. They just got these new sunglasses they released. They are hot. Y'all need to go check them out too. Shout out to Josiah Block. He's doing some big things. Mixtape SE2 Side Effects 2 is coming out real soon. My mixtape Request Entertainment is coming out real soon. Broken Silence, my one and only mixtape. Make sure y'all go check that out at the end of the year. Curtis, what you got planned, man?
Oh yeah, like I said, look out for that dedication mixtape. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Nest Jet Set. You know, hit me up. Shout out to Black Heart Soul and Jet Set. You know how we do.
All right, tell me your Twitter, man. Email, hit them with all that.
Oh yeah. Like I said, the Twitter and Instagram at Nest Jet Set, and you can hit me up on my email at nest.russell1994@gmail.com. Just hit me up, say what's up.
Check them out. Yeah, my nephew, man. If y'all know about them, get familiar with them. Get very familiar with them. Y'all need to go check out. What's the first mixtape you got? What's the Necessary?
Yeah.
Go download that mixtape. If y'all like the old school hip hop mixed with a little bit of new, y'all definitely want to go get that mixtape. Hosted by Fuego Beats himself. Cameron, you want to go ahead and plug in your football, whatever.
Oh yeah, definitely check me out. Look out next year. Watch me on D1
You
TV.
gonna be on them TVs, bro.
ECU.
This man,
Pirates, we in there.
this man is gonna be at NFL Sundays. You're gonna see this man on NFL on Sundays on Fox,
Yes,
on
sir.
CBS, on ESPN, on Red Zone, on NFL Network. He will be on there. Look for this man.
Yes, sir.
The jersey will be in the stores. Go support this man.
Russell.
Yo, big shout outs to Fuego Beats Radio and all that, what they're
Oh, yeah.
affiliated with. Big shout outs to my Uncle Keith over here. He doing his thing.
And Request
Keep
Entertainment.
supporting Request Entertainment, and let's do it, bro.
I appreciate it, man. Those are my nephews, man. They came in, like I said, my nephew goes to Hampton U. He came back up here to start the spring semester. So, I support. Tipsy was on the show, but unfortunately we had technical difficulties. So, but he will be back next week. My nephews, I appreciate them for standing in this week. They were great co-hosts this week. So definitely, I want to thank them for being on the show. We're gonna go ahead and wrap this show up. Stay tuned next week. We got special guests. It's gonna be great, man. So y'all go ahead. Y'all take it easy. My Green Bay Packers just scored. Pick 6. Touchdown. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Chiefs heads for life. Y'all stay tuned. I'm gonna get to this game. I'm sorry. I'm mad hype right now. I apologize. I'm mad hype right now, but my Green Bay Packers upset.